Now let's dive deep into the big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Michael D. Monroe, and let's queer up gay culture. Drew Droege skewers queer privilege and messy white gaze. The best theater pushes us to laugh, squirm, and reflect. And that's exactly what audiences can expect this fall when Drew Droege brings his latest play, Messy White Gaze, off-Broadway. The show's title may sound like a tongue-in-cheek jab, but Droege says it's a much-needed mirror held up to the queer community. A press release calls him, quote, a sharp-penned diarist of the contemporary homosexual, end quote, promising an outrageous story where, quote, Brecken and Caden have just murdered their boyfriend and stuffed his body into a Jonathan Adler credenza. Unfortunately, they've also invited friends over for a brunch, and they're out of limes. Feel bad for them, end quote. Behind this dark comedy, however, lies a serious critique. Droege explains, quote, during the pandemic, I was watching a lot of films, and at the time, we were having all of this reckoning with the Black Lives Matter movement, and I wanted to be a part of the conversation as well. But as a creative person, I felt I couldn't write about the brown or Black experience. I can't write about the trans experience, but I can write about the white gay men and how we can dispose of each other in the gay community, end quote. He adds, quote, we all think we're good because none of us are MAGA, but it's way more complicated than that. We're not done because we bought a copy of White Fragility on Amazon, end quote. Droege says the satire is the best way to hit those truths. The play features a standout cast, including Zane Phillips, Aaron Jackson, Pete Zayas, and James Kusati Moyer, with Droege himself taking the stage. He calls the cast chemistry off the charts. With Messy White Gaze, Droege promises not just laughter, but a confrontation with the uncomfortable reality that queer audiences, especially white gay men, may need to reckon with. The play will premiere off-Broadway this fall, running at the Duke on 42nd Street, New York, from October 6th and November 2nd will be the opening night. So I'm excited. Too bad this is in New York and not Miami. Otherwise, I would go.
Well, maybe it'll eventually get down to Miami.
Come on, down. Bring it to El Cinema.
That sounds absolutely ridiculous. And
I know.
Yeah, I have flown to New York for plays. I mean, just see like one night and come back the next for off-Broadway even. So I'm not promising I won't be there.
I don't know that I would fly to New York for it, but if it comes to Miami, I might see it. I would expect a bunch of campy fun, but white guys are white guys.
Yeah, so I might know where you can find some messy white gays. If
so I know exactly
locally.
They've even got a few apps for that.
Yeah.
But artists have always been part of the
pushing the envelope.
Yes, have always been part of our army, as it were. And so this makes sense that once again, creativity, making you laugh, because that also gets your defenses down. Mm-hmm. If you tell me, you need to step it up and be a better person and care about other people, you don't tell me what to do. But if you get me laughing and then I say, oh, I am kind of ridiculous and I do not do enough, it's very subversive and very effective. So I'm glad he's doing it. I also hope that it's really good, because if it's too preachy or too cheesy or whatever, then it misses the mark. But if it's really good, it gets you laughing, gets you thinking. That's what changes stuff.
But, the intrigue about the body stuffed in a suitcase in the Jonathan Adler.
Yes.
I feel like I've heard that somewhere. There was a show or something. I don't know where I've heard that. Like, it was like a queer, 80s, 90s.
Oh, yeah. That was the movie about Limelight.
Yes, Limelight.
Where I used to hang out way back when. Way back when.
And there was an episode of Pose, and it was based on a real life experience where someone actually did kill a rough John and
put him in a
closet. Yeah.
Party Monster with Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
But the most intriguing part that disturbs me personally is it's brunch and they're out of limes.
So see,
especially if they have Stoli.
Right.
I know.
Right. Wow.
So
almost homophobic.
I know.
And I thought it was funny that just because you bought a White Fragility on Amazon, I'm like, well, some people would think that you got it on Amazon was problematic,
Yes.
Where did I get my copy?
Oh, see?
Mine was Wish Up.
Well, see, already stuff to think about, and that is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing to and sharing Queer News Tonight.